plots, when used correctly, is one of the easiest graphs to understand. It's also sometimes easy to draw, but as you'll see in this video, sometimes it might be hard to draw as well. So to do a dot plot, it's really simple. We go to the home screen and go to a data and statistics page, and let's just add any variable. The best thing about this is that straight away it comes up as a dot plot. Each dot represents a game, and we can see here that I've chosen assists, and you can see that in one game he had 2 assists, in one game he had 3 assists, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games he had 4 assists. So each dot represents a game, and obviously the amount of assists is along this scale. So you can see his maximum was 17, it happened once. His minimum was 2, that happened once. The highest amount of assists he got, or the most frequent, or the mode, was 7. And you can see he must have done that about 12 times, or 13 times. What is great about this is you can easily see it. What's not so good is it does actually take some time to count, and it doesn't have a scale on the y-axis. The other thing that's not ideal is that when there's a huge amount of variance between the minimum and the maximum along the x-axis, the dot plots are actually quite difficult to display, and I'll show you that. So if we get something like Cleveland's score, the range is from 140 all the way down to 74, and you can see that some of these dots are starting to overlap. So it's hard to see what these are actually displaying. So it's not ideal when the range is big. Whereas if the range is small, something like field goals made, we can see it quite clearly and they look much better. If something comes up a lot, so the mode is really big, it also is a bit hard to read because whilst you can see that 0 is the mode here, to actually see how many times that comes up would be difficult to count. So I guess that's another disadvantage of having a dot plot. Something that occurs a lot is not always easy to interpret.